new news drop, everybody stops and comes running on just to see what Dana J have to say. They bring the truth, oh, day by day, only for life. Oh, now here's what you need to do. Jump in live now. See what the receipt man is talking about. Dana J is home and ready to give you flavor. Pull up, baby, cause he home. Jump on in the live now. See what the receipt man is talking about. Dana J is home and ready to give you flavor. Pull up, baby, cause he home. Live and in living color, baby. Your favorite blogger is locked and loaded and ready to go.
Yeah. Sometimes the people you help the most become the ones that doubt you. But the truth don't need permission to be the truth. I remember when they used to call my phone, needed my strength when they couldn't stand alone. I was there through the rain and the pain and the tears. Now they act like they don't know me after all these years. Funny how success changes everybody's view. The same ones saying I got you ain't coming through. Now they're listening to rumors from people they don't know, trying to judge a story they never saw unfold. They can throw dirt on my name, try to make me take the blame, but what's real don't fade away. And the truth remains. They turn on Dana J, thinking I'd break, thinking I'd fade away, but they don't understand what I came to do when everything falls apart. I'm still the truth. The truth don't need defending. The truth don't need pretending. Long after the lies are through, I'm still standing. I'm still the truth. Let's go. I see the comments, I hear the whispers too. People building narratives that simply ain't true. But I learned a long time ago, you can't fight every voice. Sometimes silence is the strongest choice. Everybody wants a hero until he speaks his mind. Then suddenly they're searching for reasons to criticize. But I'd rather walk alone than compromise my soul, because integrity is worth more than gold. They can try to rewrite history, but they can't erase what's meant to be. What was built on honesty will always speak for me. They turned on Dana J, thinking I'd break, thinking I'd fade away, but they don't understand what I came to do when everything falls apart. I'm still the truth. The truth don't need defending. Oh, the truth don't need pretending. Long after the lies are through, I'm still standing. I'm still the truth. Every stone they threw became a step for me. Every closed door showed me what I needed to see. Oh, you can lose a crowd and still keep your crown, because what's real always comes back around. They don't know the sacrifices. Oh, they don't know the sleepless nights. Oh, they only see the surface. They never saw the fire.
standing. Long after the lies are through, I'm still standing. I'm still the truth. Can't be canceled, can't be buried. The truth can't be broken, can't be silenced. The truth. And when they finally see it, I'll still be right here. Dana J is the truth.
See that devil?
You see that?
If it ain't official Dana J, Prima Donna News, I don't even want to see it.
Though we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Although we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Dear world, I'm writing this letter, an attempt to make things just a little better. This is about living through life's stormy weather, because the truth is that we're not gonna live forever, and that's my point. Well, let me start with my boy that's doing 15 in the joint. Man, he could hoop, but he loved the street life. Could've went pro, instead he chose the street life. He turned rapper and wrote about the street life, but still could not make it out the street life. And one day he bought a Glock. Wait, now page number 2 will take you to another block. A man and his wife can't get along, all they do is fight. Both too stubborn to apologize, and sometimes it gets so bad they hope each other die. And one day she couldn't take it no more, so she decided to run out of the door. She jumped in the car and swerved off in a rage, and baby I'm sorry was all over his face. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us, let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now that my homie done bought himself a gun, he stuck up some liquor stores, now he's on the run. Do anything to avoid the police, now he's strung out on drugs and life is getting deep. To anyone, he would do anything, give him the chance and he'd steal anything. Next thing he did really screwed up his life, but first let's go back to the husband and wife. Now he's on the phone with his pastor, and she's on the phone with her mother. He tells his pastor, the woman is driving me crazy. Then swore up and down, she's not the same lady. She says, Mama, the man has been treating me so bad ever since we found out that I couldn't have babies. Then Mama says to her, girl, hold on. Pastor says to him, be strong. Oh, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Oh, but we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case. Now there's a warrant out for my boy's arrest, cause he done went and stabbed someone in the chest. Man, them drugs has got him breaking all of the rules now. His face is posted up and all over the news now. Meanwhile, on the other side of town, the husband and wife are starting to break down. She says to Mama, maybe I ought to call him. And Mama said, now that's the spirit. He says to Pastor, maybe I should call and say I love her. He say, I'm sure she loves to hear it. Then she gets a call on the other line. It's the doctor saying your test results came back fine. Congrats, girl, you're pregnant. Then she cries, finally a miracle sent from heaven. Now meanwhile, the other side of town, all hell done broke loose and it's going down. Cops chasing Reginald all over town. He's running every red light and driving real wild. Now meanwhile, and this ain't fiction, here is where I need y'all to pay close attention. She's so happy. She calls her husband up. He says, I'm sorry, baby, just as soon as he picks up. She says, I'm sorry too, and I got good news for you. Steve, I'm pregnant and on my way home to you. He jumps for joy, scream hallelujah, thank you, Jesus. While Reginald is still chased by police. She takes the highway, it'll get her there much faster. Reginald on the skyway, chase lasting forever. With the helicopters right over his head, with the searchlights on him. Oh man, oh man. Now he starts panicking. Rachel's driving, so excited she's not realizing that just a block away, a man is on the run, while the husband's at home praying for a son. And the policeman is screaming for the call. Rachel calls her husband and says, I'm getting close. He says, honey, I'm fixing up something special in the kitchen. And at the same time, Reginald makes a stupid decision. He turns down a one-way street. Then Rachel notices this car coming and yells out, Steve, out of control, a senseless mission. Next thing you know, a head-on collision. No, we don't know what tomorrow will bring us. Let's live today. I'm saying just in case.
You're saying everything they said in that documentary about you is not true.
They are lying on me.
You are supporting a pedophile.
Nothing good about me. I'm just a child molester. The devil. Come on, guys. As long as my breath is going in and out, you know, I try to, even when I get ready to complain, I think about that and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna even say nothing. I just breathe, baby. I breathe on these niggas, you heard me? 20-something women trapped in my house in the basement in Atlanta. Well, first of all, my house in Atlanta doesn't even have a fucking basement. This is my story. The only thing I can do is say what's real and say what's on my heart and give it to y'all like y'all want it. You want the truth. You ain't even got an education. You didn't even graduate from high school. You don't even really read, you know, and all of this old shit they told me. And I started believing that shit, man. Just something in me kept calling and shit. My heart was pumping this shit. It was pumping this shit. Hey fans, how y'all doing? It's your boy Kels. I love y'all. Thanks for supporting me for the last 30 years of my career. I'm very appreciative of that, and just you guys have kept me humble, kept me grounded, and kept me putting out this music for you guys. You guys inspired me to do it, so I'm gonna do it until you say don't do it no more. Don't say that though. If I met your daughter and I took your daughter out and she was of age, what the fuck am I gonna do? Everybody, put your hands to the sky. You ain't got no money? Shit. Sue R. Kelly.
Mute R. Kelly.
You are controlling, that you are abusive, that you tell women when to eat, when to go to the bathroom, when they can sleep, where they can dress.
I know y'all know that shit is ridiculous, but the crazy shit is motherfuckers, stupid motherfuckers want to believe this shit.
That shouldn't be happening.
Every level, there's another devil. Whoever you are right now looking at me in my eyes, look in my fucking eyes, okay? I don't give a fuck about this fame shit. I'm a real motherfucker. My main goal is to unconfuse the world about R. Kelly. ready to say what I feel. Keep it real, say what I feel. You don't know me. You ain't never been in my house. You ain't never been in my bedroom. So you cannot judge me.
It's so sad. I wake up in the morning with something real strange on my mind. It's so sad. I wake up in the morning with something real strange on my mind. It's just kind of natural. I got a tendency to bury these niggas. It's so sad. I wake up in the morning with something real strange on my mind. It's so sad. I wake Gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Take a breath. You tuned in up. Another day, another story on the way. So much noise out there. Let's clear the haze. Yeah. Dan and Jay's here to bring you all the news. Every story, every voice from every point of view. Current events, real time. You in good hands tonight. This is Dan and Jay. Let's get in.
As disturbing as these allegations are, they are not the only ones. There are also accusations that Kelly has beaten, starved, and held other women against their will, a so-called sex cult. When we spoke to him earlier this week, it was clear that pressure was getting to him.
Believe me, man, this is not me. They're lying on me. They're lying on me. I'm cool, bro. I'm cool. I'm good. I'm not afraid because I'm telling the truth. I'm not afraid because I'm telling the truth.
Let's go. What? Let's go. Let's go. Oh. I knew that was gonna happen. Hold on. Shout out to everybody that's here. Hold on for a second. Yeah, you gotta get this thing moving. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a quick sec. Hold on. Cause this thing acting crazy. Hold on. Let's see if we can fix that. Hold on. See if we can fix it. Hold on. Hold on. We gonna get through it. Come on, push through it. But it's internet crazy. Oh, hold on. One last time. Hold on. See, everything was working perfect. See? Come on. And before I even get started, what's going on, everybody? Miss Bougie in the building. What up, sis? Like she said, hit that like button, y'all. Oh. Miss Bougie been gone for a minute. Now she back with the jump off. Come on, see, that's nothing but the devil, see? We ain't giving him no win today. I ran a nice little test run Sunday, one of them days, and everything was fine. Come on. I tell you, boy. With the Spectrum internet? No, man, I don't got Spectrum. I got Xfinity, but I don't got Spectrum, and I don't like it. Jesus Christ. Hold on. Golly. Everything was running perfect. and smooth. God, hang on it. See? Woo, we about to jump into this one, baby. This one about to get serious. We about to jump into this one. All right, there we go. We should be good now. We should be clear. That's a shame. I got a hood rig my internet box for things to start running smoothly. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, hold on, y'all. Cause I ain't gonna get y'all no half production today. What is that running? That one? Hold on. I run new. Oh man. What is it? Oh, hold on, y'all. Cause it's gonna do this for a minute. Hold on. What? It's gonna do that for a minute. Hold on. This thing be running crazy. Hold on. As soon as I go live, then they want to start acting crazy. What am I running here? Okay. Hold on. Living room, game room. What's this? Connection thing in the man cave. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I'm coming. Hold on. Mm. Did I do something not right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This thing acting so crazy. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Two. Can y'all hear me out there? I want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me out there? Can y'all hear me out there? Yes or no? Can y'all hear me out there? This is getting on my last nerves. Stops, then it stutters, and all right. Here we go. You about to jump into this. Hold on. I'm gonna see if I can splice all this today. They trying to block me from the airways. Man, we control the horizontal. We control the vertical. You know what I mean? We about to run this thing. We about to run it back. All right, cool. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's here. If you are here for the first time, I want to say thank you for joining one of the hottest channels on social media, which is the Dana J Show, aka welcome to the Dream Team Experience. If you want to donate to this channel, there's a box at the bottom. There's a box at the bottom. Hold on. There's a box at the bottom with a $sign in it. It's called the Super Chat. You can donate anything you want. Nothing too big, nothing too small. Dana J appreciate it all. But it's not mandatory. It's voluntary. The Cash App going across the top, it's not mandatory. It's voluntary. Okay? So with that being said, I really want to say thank you for coming over to join and watch us. On top of that, what's mandatory is that you violate me and hit that like button. If you really like the commentary, then hit the share button. Share me out. If you really, really like it, then go ahead and subscribe. But if you really, 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 really like it, you go ahead and hit that join. All right? With that being said, we ain't here to persuade nobody. We ain't here to undermine nobody. We ain't here to over deter nobody, but we here to put the truth out. So I want to say shout out to everybody that's here, man. I love every last one of y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. LaMarcus, what's up, bro? Ricky, what's up? What's up? Prima, what's up? Mama Mary, what's up? Max Day, what's up? Willie, what's up? Miss Bougie in the building. She was gone for a minute now. She back with the jump off. So now I got all it out the way. Let's get down to the nitty gritty. I'm going to ask you one question. Is it time for R. Kelly to come home? Yes or no? Is it time for R. Kelly to come home? That's all I want to know. Is it, and what's up, Ronald? Is it time for R. Kelly to come home? Yes or no? If it's time for R. Kelly to come home, you might want to stay locked in, because I'm going to take you from the aspiratus low and take you all the way up to the aspiratus high. But before I do that, I must say,
than someone who's worried you'll tell people the truth. Nobody is more focused on trashing your name than someone who's worried you'll tell people the truth.
all right, Sharron Winbush, the ghost of Sharron Winbush, Janet. You went live, or you put out a video and said that I was against R. Kelly. And you knew I was against R. Kelly from day one, because I wouldn't side with you and I wouldn't do what you wanted me to do. You can't dictate to an alpha. So I sat back and I was wondering, I said, what would make Janet say something like that? And I was like, what was I talking about? Because, you know, when I get behind this microphone, I got stuff lined up already. And then when I'm finished, I don't normally go back and look at my lives. I don't know why. I just got a pet peeve of that. When I do a live, it's just there. I don't go back and look at it. I don't study. I don't do none of that. Unlike the people that want to be me, that love being me, that always try to make it seem like I'm a bad person, they study my live. See the difference? When they do a live, I don't watch. People send me clips and I laugh, or I make fun, or I make jokes. But when I do a live, they study like we in an NCAA tournament. So when I looked at something, I said, maybe this what it was. And I said that when I read it, it says, what if Don went to Texas Black Diamond, said Angelo stole 2 hard drives so fans would attack him, and daughter to rack up more charges? I'm getting there. That's what I said. I'm taking your advice and breaking these series down into parts of 1 hour apiece. Then she said, make him a scapegoat. So as songs release, fans go hard against Angelo and daughter. And then she said, I know it was great. So me being a sarcastic person, I said, thank you. I'm trying to follow your leadership. However, when we look at that plan, and that was April 25th, 2021, we look at 2025 and 2026, we don't see Don going at Angelo, but we see Larry going at Angelo, right? Which made me think about this because in the beginning, Sharron was trying to get Larry on her team as well. So it made me wonder if Sharron gave Larry a nugget before they fell out, or the ghost of Sharron, or if Janet, whatever one you want to call her, gave Larry a nugget before they fell out to make Angelo the scapegoat, so that way everybody can go against Angelo and his daughter, hoping that more charges to be brought on to Robert. So when I look at it, and I keep going, and then when she said, did you record Randa, Dom K, and Sylvia Channel reading motion R. Kelly file with help of Lisa Cassandra that Greenberg removed? And I know that Randa didn't do that. I know Dom K didn't do that. I know Sylvia didn't do that. And I know Lisa and Cassandra didn't do it. So I knew where it came from. So I kind of told her, like, no, that's not true. And she kind of got mad at me. But what really stuck out to me, right, is she was focused on the money. And when I talked about this, she got angry and said, I knew you was against R. Kelly. But what really stuck out is when she said, you can use a public defender if you've made a deal with the feds. 1.3 million in your pocket. Make sure he doesn't get out so no one can come after you for intellectual property. Pause. That went over everybody's head, including mine in the beginning. Because when you look at it, you got to look at it in this way. Larry wasn't in jail for 1.3. Larry was in jail for 1.6. Right? So that couldn't be Larry. We know Levi didn't get 1.3 because you would have known Levi would have been swinging from the chandeliers, and Levi probably would have been drunk somewhere laughing and joking. Telling us, nigga, my cousin. And you know, Levi would have been having a ball, proving that Rob's coming home. So I said, who had a public defender? And I had to go back and look in the paperwork, and it was Don Russell. I said, you're right. He paid for the first lawyer for his first charge, but the second charge, he had a public defender. So now it gets to me like my claim is justified now. Because you notice Sharron, the ghost of Sharron, Janet, was rocking with Don and his mama. And around the time that her daddy supposed to have died, she jumps on the internet with a bunch of money that Don was saying that he got stashed away. But then you seen the ghost of Sharron, aka Janet, and Don fall out, which made me think. that, hold on, you ain't going to fall out with nobody for nothing. And if one is flashing money and the other one is not, then it takes me back to an interview that Don did. And he said, I didn't steal anything. And he said, Keith was in there with me too. It's no different, and it's no coincidence that I have the music and Keith have, no, what he said was, it don't make no difference that I have the intellectual property. The intellectual property. And Keith have power of attorney. And he said, there's no need for one person to have everything, because if that person get knocked off, that messes the mission up. But if one get knocked off, the mission still go forward. Then from there, she say, his words say he's fighting for Rob, but we have zero evidence to prove. His actions say he's taking music help. Feds prove Rico, so he never gets out. 100% evidence points to that. Watch this. If 100% evidence points that Don helped the feds prove to Rico, now watch this. That means that everything we doing is in vain. Because if you're saying that Don helped the feds prove to Rico, right? That means you trying to send people on dummy missions was null and void. Because if he proved to Rico, there's no reason for nobody to advocate for Robert, because if Don proved to Rico, that means that Rob participated in illicit and bad acts. Pause. Robert said he didn't do none of that. So who do we believe? A ghost that 96% of it, that 98% of us never seen? Or the man that we came in this fight to fight for, that we seen all the time, that we seen get mistreated by the government, AE, through his friends and people that wanted to be with him, and he said no, or he fired. Now we get dirty, because you seen Janet come on Dana J channel when they talked about Teddy, when I talked about Teddy Riley. And she jumped up there and said she the one that manufactured the deal for the music with Teddy Riley. I said that didn't make sense. Teddy loves Robert, but it don't make sense to try to have Teddy bring out an album, and Teddy got a guy album coming out and a book. And then Teddy comes out and say, look, I'm just trying to feed my kids. And the people is coming after me and trying to counsel me because I'm doing something for Robert. Pause. I still have to go back to 1.3 million. The 1.3 million, if it's just lingering in pockets, how was Don able to get funneled 1.3 million? Because when you came out, you told us the money man was Keith. So if Don is funneling the pockets, right? And you made it clear that it was Don, because you said you can use a public defender if you've made a deal with the feds. Pause. She ain't saying that's what he did. She's giving directional instructions of what he can do. Then it says 1.3 million in your pocket. Make sure he doesn't get out, so no one can come after you for intellectual property. Keith don't have intellectual property. So we got to exclude Keith. That's why I said in a song, Dear Robert, it's the people that he's listening to are the people that's making sure you never see the light of day. And she got mad about that song too. But I don't care. I'm going to play that joint. I'm going to bump it. So how did Don prove, or Don helped the feds prove, that there was a RICO? If Don helped the feds prove that it's a RICO, there was no reason for everybody in New York and Chicago to have immunity. What Don did do was he put his past life and his normal life onto R. Kelly. And that was enough, but they had to hammer him. So what did they say? You got to go to New York. You got to funnel a call. We're going to lock you away for a year, but we're going to bury him. And he's the big fish. And because Don, I said this once before, Don got this drug dealer in Chicago life in prison over a dime bag of weed. What do you think he was going to do to R. Kelly when the feds pulled him up for a week? Make it make sense. And when the feds came to say, oh, Don, this was in your phone, so you was doing this. Oh, no, R. Kelly made me do it. R. Kelly did it. R. Kelly did it. But Janet, you knew this from day one. Which brings me to when you and Angie Walker jumped on my channel, right? And you was trying to make jokes and you was talking and stuff, and it was kind of cute. But you said one wrong move. And one thing about me, I'm a game player. I'll sit back and let you hang yourself. When I said I called you and you said, oh no, you were blocked. And I smiled. Do you know what that smile was for? That smile was for, now I can take the gloves off and let them golden eagles fly. See, when Levi and them was talking to you, you ain't take it serious. You thought it was a joke. I have single-handedly been holding everything back. So when you went and released this, that let me know that you ain't no better than the folks that you claim did me wrong. And this is what you said.
I have a legal right to defend myself against attacks. It's called self-defense. You have zero proof I'm on drugs, zero proof I am on a breathing machine, and if I am, it's criminal to cyberbully me, especially as a group of thugs. You have zero proof I'm morbidly obese, and if I am, it's criminal to make AI pictures, to bully, to cyber attack by a group of RICO racketeering criminal enterprise.
Well, didn't you engage in those activities, Sharron? How many AI pictures you made of me? So if it's illegal to call you fat, how is it illegal to call you fat, but it's not illegal to call me fat? See what I'm saying? You can dish it, but you can't take it. You can cyberbully other people, but when the bully get hits in the mouth, now you want to go cry to the feds. Well, what grounds do the feds have to bother anybody on YouTube that's giving commentary on a lady that has lied from day one? And you lied to keep confusion started. That's why R. Kelly support It's scattered every which way. Because if it wasn't you behind the scenes, it was you planting the seeds. And the weak-minded, like the D. Johnson, is going to run with everything you say. Why? Because they hate anybody that goes after Sharron Winbush. Okay, well, look, is it that they hate anybody that goes after Sharron Winbush, or they hate the people that's telling the truth? Is that what it is? Because if we're going to tell the truth, we're going to tell the truth. But let's finish.
Just so you could get some laughs. And altering the photos to make it more funny in your sick, twisted mind. You have zero proof I colluded with Modi. Zero.
That's not true. We have every proof that you colluded with Modi. Because if you didn't, how would Modi be on the airwaves? You came on my channel and said multiple times that you were sending Modi to different people. That's all we had to do is send a cash app, right? That's collusion. That's collusion. How did Modi get to Willie D? Willie D ain't no Modi. I'm about to call him Commodity. How did Silly D get Commodity on the channel? Make it make sense. And then you teamed up with a well-known terrorist who's known for stalking, who's known for trying to do whatever and saying whatever, and then when he get caught, it's a whole nother story. So what are you talking about? And then you go try to tag team with Angie Walker, which makes Angie Walker complicit. Make it make sense. Let's go.
Zero proof I talked on the phone with Debo about anything criminal. Zero proof I directed R. Kelly to do anything. You have zero proof I colluded with lawyers. I screen recorded every post, every video all of you made on me. Defame, cyberbully as a RICO racketeering criminal enterprise, and reported to authorities before I ever had to defend myself. By law, I have a legal right to defend myself. All your channels posting the exact same thing at the exact same time, back to back, is collusion, conspiracy, and it falls under the RICO racketeering violations. Permanent bans on all channels. Defamation of cyberbullying, attacks by a group of criminals belonging to an enterprise is documented and in the hands of authorities. You'd understand that if you had a GED. That's why I never struck your channels.
No, that's not true. You never struck channels because, for one, you got to show your ID of who you are. And we know that you're not Sharron Winbush. So in order for us not to show proof to the world that you're not Sharron Winbush, you never struck it. You never struck our channels, and because you can. Janet and Sharron Winbush is two different people. And you can't make a fake ID and send it into YouTube. You'll go to jail for that. That's fraud going across state lines. Let's finish.
I needed the evidence to be exactly where I told them to look. I don't strike a post. I get you arrested and permanently banned on all channels. This isn't peasant shit, it's queen shit. You moved as a group, an army, a gang of thugs, bullying a single helpless female who has no one fighting with me, so I am...
You're a lie. And you got a whole crew of people fighting with you. What are you talking about? You got one that's supposed to be a lawyer, and you got one that's supposed to be a civil rights advocate, and you got all those dingbats on your channel, and you got one that just infatuated and with Dana J. So what you mean? This ain't gonna work. Let's go.
I'm frightened for my life. My family has been doxxed.
Your family has been doxxed. Oh, wait. Nobody has doxxed Sharron Winbush's family. But the same dude that you take it up for have doxed Janet family. So now my question is, who are you? Because now you're telling on yourself. Nobody doxed Sharron Winbush's family. But oh boy doxed Janet family. So now you're saying that your family was doxed. So therefore, you have proven my point that you are not Sharron Winbush. You are Janet. Let's finish.
You've posted intel proving you've targeted my family. I fear for their safety. I fear for their life. A documented 5150 patient whose job documented their mental illness, threatening me, threatening my family. I fear for our safety.
Who's a 5150 patient? The only one that fits that criteria is the one that you are trying to rewrite history for. So who's the 5150 patient? Now you're saying you're in fear for you and your family. Well, I put up where you live at. I didn't put your address. I didn't put your apartment number, but I put where you lived at in Chicago. I put the cross streets. And I showed the picture. But that was where Janet lived, not where Sharron lives. And when I told people a while back, Sharron Winbush is only 3 that was born in Chicago, and all 3 of them dead. But you had people believe that you the real one, so I came and I gave you an apology just to cut it all down. But now you're admitting to being somebody else under the guise of Sharron Winbush. That's not cool. One of my slogans is, be who you are. Be yourself. Let's finish.
I fear for our lives. It's all documented in the hands of authorities.
Hey, Blondie.
I'm not Debo. I'm not a toy you're going to play with for your entertainment. All your channels are getting permanently banned. You are going to prison. I will not be bullied by a RICO racketeering criminal enterprise. I will not live in fear. I will not be bullied by a RICO racketeering.
Wait a minute. How you living in fear? Because I put a picture up of the building you stay in? Now you living in fear? But you done talked about me working in Tiny Town, which was untrue. You talked about all this other stuff. You defame me, you demean me, you undermine me, and you said that I was running after R. Kelly Sprinter. You laughed about that. You put all these body shame and life shame in me when I'm not on a CPAP machine. You are. Now you try to flip the script and try to come. You know what? You remind me of JoJo. You remind me of JoJo. Y'all two are one and the same. Y'all two are one and the same. Y'all sit back and y'all dog people out, but then when somebody get on y'all heels, y'all go trying to use big words to get out of shit. Nah, man, we ain't doing that, man. We not doing that. So if you want to try to send me to jail, then guess what? I will load up a binder. And for all of y'all that been here know about that, I load up a binder and I send you right where you belong.
Racketeering criminal enterprise. I will not live in fear. I will not fear for my safety and the safety of my family. My family will not live in fear. You won't be watching Debo on 921 because all your channels are getting banned permanently. They're coming down and you will be in jail. Mental anguish, stalking, threats, harassment, doxing me, doxing my family is criminal. Terrorism by a RICO racketeering criminal enterprise operating in the R. Kelly sector was already documented on my flyer. I posted this, and the attacks on my life, the attacks on my family's life began, and they accelerated as I kept talking about this. This is now in the hands of authorities.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is she saying that Debo is her family? Hold on. Wait a minute. Is she saying that Debo is her family? Is this what I'm getting out of this? Is Debo her family? Because if so, that explains a lot. If so, that explains a whole lot. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, hold on. All right, there we go. So, I'm wondering if she's saying if Debo is her family. That's what I'm wondering about. Yeah, Marcus, internet box is messing up. It's like it's crazy. I'm just not understanding the whole philosophy behind this. I'm not. You're going to send someone to jail. You don't be all over social media impressing and convincing yourself of your own lies. That's true. That's true, Mama Murray. But what's weird about this is just some things that it's this whole thing is just wild. So with that being said, the ghosts of Sharron Winbush kept going in and kept saying crazy stuff. Hold on for a second. Hold on. I don't know what in the world happened. Hold on, y'all. This is really getting crazy. Hold on. This is getting crazy. Oh, that's what's going on. That's what's going on. That's what's going on. Okay. That's what's going on. So why would you do that? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. This is why you don't live near family members. This is exactly why you don't live near family members. They're always messing up something. Sorry about that, y'all. This is exactly why you don't live near family members. Jesus. This is exactly why you don't live near family members. Golly. Hold on for a second. so so the thing is that I'm just trying to figure out Sharron Winbush, like what are or who you trying to send to jail? And why are you trying to send anybody to jail? That's my question. Why would you, of all people, be trying to send anybody to jail? I'm just trying to figure this out. Why? So, whatever, lady. So when people sit back and they start talking and they start asking and they start trying to figure things out, I hate this. Hold on. I hate my internet staticky like that. hate that. God damn. Everything going crazy. All right. Hold on. What's it? All right, we back. Come on. We back. So can y'all hear me? So can y'all hear me? It's choppy. I don't know why. It's choppy. I don't know why. All right, there we go. It's getting back on track. Come on. So it just had me thinking, had me wondering, like, the ghost of Sharron Winbush. The ghost of Sharron Winbush can play the games, but she can't take it. Which have me sitting back wondering, like, wow, what's really going on? Hey, Steph. So when I actually was watching, and other people were saying that Sharron haven't been around Rob long and all this, and Sharron went from but still laggy, like Max said. They probably trying to strike you. That's cool. That's cool. I do it this way. Hold on. That's cool. If I restart my internet, my whole live go out, Max. And I ain't trying to have my live go out. I do it when I get off. So what really got to me was the fact that when you look at certain things, especially that Prima have shown, that I've shown, Sharron has been a liar for a long time. Now, let's listen to what Tasha K got to say.
Spoke to the strategist that's very close with R. Kelly, Sharron Winbush. She shared some information with me about this.
You spoke with Sharron?
Hello?
You spoke with Sharron?
Yes.
She said she a strategist? Tie that whole line. She was a chef for a few months in R. Kelly's mansion, who has been running around here telling the same story and been making up shit as she go. Sharron is not a strategist. She's a cook. She was a cook back in the 1990s.
Okay.
And she still used that same picture that she did from that one interview. It's some weird people. You got to be careful with these folks. They're going to take you down a wormhole. Don't go. But go ahead. I can't believe Sharron a lie like that. Strategist. Go ahead.
That's all I have. So moving on from this federal informant. What's your
the same picture that she did? Tie that whole line. She was a chef.
She shared some information with me to the strategist that's very close with R. Kelly, Sharron Winbush, she shared some information with me about this. So.
You spoke with Sharron?
Hello?
You spoke with Sharron?
Yes.
She said she a strategist? Try that whole line. She was a chef for a few months in R. Kelly's mansion, who has been running around here telling the same story and been making up shit as she go. Sharron is not a strategist. She's a cook. She was a cook back in the 1990s.
Okay.
And she still used that same picture that she did from that one interview. It's some weird people. You got to be careful with these folks. They're going to take you down a wormhole. Don't go. But go ahead.
So with that being said, I was waiting to hear a rebuttal from the great Janet, aka Sharron Winbush. Didn't get none of that. And I was wondering why. Like, what's really going on? Why I'm not getting none of that? You know what I mean? Why I'm not getting none of that? So I said that to say this. If you can't see a person, why would you follow a person? Chris Terry crazy. Chris Terry said, Flower Pot, you going to put the police on Tasha K for lying on you saying you're a cook when you can't cook salad. I know you fucking lying. I know you fucking lying. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Lord Jesus Christ. Help me in Latter-day Saints, the Mormons. Oh Lord. Woo. Lord have mercy. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. So I'm just trying to say that Sharron, she said something real crazy, right? And it brings me to this next subject, which includes the grown little boy, right? Because I was sent this and I was looking at this. I was like, yo, what is this really going on? What is this? And it says confidential attorney-client communication memo to counsel from Larry McGee, date July 11th. That means it's recent. That means it's very recent. It says reason, alleged coordinated effort to fabricate evidence against me. Evidence I hold, records I want to pursue. 1. Core allegation, I believe Sharron Winbush initiated and corroborated a campaign to fabricate a false narrative that I met with Azriel Clary and Rashona Landfair in California and possessed R. Kelly's jail protected emails. I believe others acted with her. Now, when I see stuff like this, right, I just sit back and be like, yo, this don't have nothing to do with me. I hold the truth, but this don't have nothing to do with me. Then he said, what I say happened. Winbush emailed Bo Brinley at the outset to start this. I have video of Winbush directing an individual who was in federal custody and accused of human trafficking to search through R. Kelly jail records and emails for information. Now, this is serious. Because if he have a video of this, Janet is going to be gone for a while. because the BOP ain't going to prosecute their own. We already seen that. Then it says R. Kelly's attorneys contacted my pretrial officer to report that I was being attacked online. I don't know about that. I know who contacted your pretrial officer, but I don't know about R. Kelly attorneys. Now, if anybody did, that's a slap in R. Kelly face. And the reason why is because Larry McGee was one of the instrumental pieces to help R. Kelly not get a fair trial and go to jail. That's called a spade a spade. Then he said, Winbush solicited other people to call my probation office. Well, if you go that route, you got to go the route of some of your friends because they help. And it says the claim that I met with Clary in Landfair in California and held protected emails is false. Well, if it ever make it to court, you got to prove that, my boy. And if you can prove that it's false, then I don't know, but there's video evidence with you saying that happened. That's the crazy part. That's why I tell people you got to know the difference between commentary and somebody bullshit and the truth. Because somebody can say something and they get taken to court, and because they said it, you know, people will make it seem like that they did it. Just like when I said I did something and I know I didn't do it, but I know who was behind that did it. I was being scolded for years about it. You feel me? So number 3, he said, evidence I currently hold. Video of Winbush instructing the in custody individual to search R. Kelly's records and emails. Ooh. Now, if he have this video, she going bye-bye. Then it says the posted email, do you have a saved copy noted here? This is crazy. This is crazy. Then it says recording of Modi, note what it shows and whether you have the file. Witnesses, state and federal officials, list names, roles if you can. You know, Larry, this seemed like a shakedown, man. I don't think you're going to get nowhere with this one. Number 4, you got him by the balls. It says records I want to obtain. They ain't going to give you that. All communications and transmissions between Sharron Winbush and Modi, Bo Brinley, Daryl McDavid's son, and R. Kelly representatives, they're not going to give you that. I know Bo Brinley ain't going to give you that. Knowing your role that you played in R. Kelly going to jail, Bo Brinley ain't going to give you that. My objective, I intend to bring a civil suit. I have referenced a figure in the range of $100 million. I had been considering 3 routes to obtain the above records. The current criminal case, a licensing bar board complaint, and a civil action connected to the R. Kelly matter. I want your guidance in which vehicle is proper, since my goal is the civil claim. Pause, bro. You trying to sue R. Kelly for $100 million, and you jumped in his case. Wait a minute, this shit going crazy. You jumped in his case. You aided and abetted. You coerced. You conspired. You induced. You enticed people in his case. But now some things been pointed to you, and now you trying to sue for $100 million. Come on, Larry. Nah, brother. No, no. This why I stay to myself. Yo, this has gone too far. Niggas going crazy. If that's the case, then I need to sue every goddamn body. Yo, this is wild. So you want to do a civil suit for $100 million because you jumped in his case and some people pointed fingers back at you. Now, if you're going to get Sharron, you're going to get Sharron. Or you're going to get Janet, whatever name she's going by. I'm all for that. But when it comes to Rob don't have nothing to do with this. And see, and that will pull me in as a witness. And I got everything, but I ain't trying to be part of this shit. I ain't trying to be part of none of that. That's y'all business. I ain't trying to be part of that. So number 6 say, what I'm asking you to advise on, the correct procedural vehicle to compel these communications, given that my end game is a civil suit. Whether any of this evidence is at risk and should be preserved now, litigation hold, preservation letter. Whether the conduct I described supports civil claims, defamation, civil conspiracy, tortious interference, etc., and or a referral to authorities. But let me say this. R. Kelly, and you wouldn't be able to sue him. You will either be able to sue his lawyers, and the only way you will be able to get any information that they got because they put your name in it is if y'all go to court and they put it in as evidence. Other than that, you won't get it. But you'll be able to do a civil suit on Janet, aka the ghost of Sharron Winbush. You'll be able to do a civil suit on Christopher Gunn. You'll be able to do a civil suit on whoever else, whoever else you decide you want to do a civil suit on. But Rob, you wouldn't be able to do one for. Because for one, he ain't do nothing to you. So you're doing a civil suit on him for people that claim that they was for him, but it was for themselves. That's not going to make sense. That's not going to hold up in court. I'm going to just give you words of advice on that one. That's not going to hold up in court. But this has gone buck wild. Buck wild. However, Sharron, I want to ask a question. Whatever happened to that 100-page dossier that you sent to Donald Trump? Chris Terry said, Data, let Levi explain that to him. Yeah. Yeah, definitely that. But I want to know what happened to that 100-page still dossier, right? Because, see, what I hate is when people look at my stuff and then try to go refurbish stuff just to get a cash app or just to get some background money. But I do believe Dana J was the first one to talk about Donald Trump pardoning R. Kelly, right? And when people thought that I was joking, I was laughed at. And one of the people that laughed at me was one of the same people that said that, they sent the 100-page dossier to Donald Trump. And I'm trying to figure out how. When? What? Where? When did you send a 100-page dossier to Donald J. Trump? When? How? Where? I think I know what's going on. Hold on for a second, y'all. I think I know what's going on. There we go. 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 Let's clear this up. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. There we go. I finally found out what was wrong. I finally found out what was wrong. Now it's moving smooth, a little smoother. There we go. Whew. This boy's smart. I found out what was wrong. Look at this. Look at God. Look at God. Look at God. Hey, Kiki, look at God. So, for y'all that don't know, I did a live called "The King of R&B is scheduled to come home very soon." Right? Y'all go look at this live right here. It's over on Rumble and it's on YouTube on this page. It's called "The King of R&B is scheduled to come home very soon." And in this, live, right? I was talking about for the people that sat back and made fun of him and did whatever, y'all got y'all time to laugh. Y'all got y'all time to talk about him. Y'all got y'all time to do whatever y'all thought y'all was going to do that was going to hurt him. But I'm going to ask this question. What happens when you understand that he's coming home? Now, I am streaming from a new platform today. Shout out to the people over there on Kick. My first live on Kick. Shout out to y'all. Y'all the real MVPs. Y'all helped me to come over. Except for the Trump witch hunts, which were much, much worse. My beautiful Trump Tower, Chicago, is the only unbelievable building in the worst city and the worst state in America that is filled with rapists and murderers. These animals even eat people's pets. Believe me, we're going to make Chicago great again. I'll be sending in my military to put them in camps and deport them and make Chicago greater than ever before. The governor and mayor are low IQ and weak. On day one, I will give Robert a pardon and appoint him to my cabinet. America needs someone like R. Kelly very strongly to make America even greater than before. I'm going to say it again. On day one, I will give Robert a pardon and appoint him to my cabinet. America needs someone like R. Kelly very strongly to make America even greater than before. Catching up with Trump and Musk at the WWE event in Florida on Friday, a female reporter from the BBC asked the president-elect if R. Kelly was sufficiently credentialed for such a high-level position in his administration. Okay, let me say that again. A female reporter from the BBC asked the president-elect if R. Kelly was sufficiently credentialed for such a high-level position in his administration. Trump replied, "That's a nasty question. You're a hostile woman," Trump said. "This isn't DEI. I picked the best people, the very best people. I would not appoint someone to my Trump cabinet who isn't qualified to serve under me in the Trump administration. No one can say there are no black jobs in my administration," Trump added. "No one can say I don't like the blacks. Kind of like killing two birds with one stone. 3, if Robert were a black woman," he said with a smirk and glance at Musk, who rolled his eyes and pursed his lips in his own signature smirk. Black Republicans had campaigned for Trump, including Senator Tim Scott, Republican of South Carolina. Look, y'all go look at that live. That live talked about a lot of things. And some people hated when I went live and talked about that. But you ain't hear me come talking about a 100-page dossier. You ain't gonna hear me come do that. You heard me come and read a dissertation that was put out by the Trump administration regarding Robert Sylvester Kelly. However, today the block was spun. And when you spin that block, you got to know exactly what's going on, how you going to spin it, what should you do, and things like that, right? So the block was spun. And people trying to suppress it, but you can't suppress it because it's people out here that genuinely loves Robert Sylvester Kelly. So we gonna go there, right? Clemency. It was said that Bo Brinley have filed for clemency for R. Kelly today. You see the clemency number, you see the petitioner. You got Robert Leroy Kelly. We know that's not him. We got Robert M. Kelly. That's not him. Robert Shantez Kelly. That's not him. But then we have Robert Sylvester Kelly with the clemency number of C338814. Ooh. And then it says commutation of sentence denied. But then you get to Robert and it says pending 2026. Uh-oh. So without saying certain things, I'm going to say this. When Robert comes home, my advocacy would pitch to him to don't go to Chicago ever again. Chicago is pockets of people that love Robert in Chicago, but overall as a city, that city don't give a damn about you. Y'all heard Skylife come on and tell y'all the city don't care about nobody. And that's bad. That's bad when a city that this man loved, he made a song about the city, don't love him back. This is sad. And I'm going to say this. You don't have to go on YouTube every day and make up stuff to feel important or to be important. if people would sit back and just, if people would just sit back and just let the course take its course, and then from that point, his name ain't crossed out. His name was just highlighted. That's highlighted. That's not crossed out. So, but they highlighted certain things. So, this is weird on a clemency board. Like, this is really weird. But hey, it happens. And when I looked at him, I was like, ooh, this is wow. I was looking, I was like, Robert Kelly. Then I seen Robert Sylvester. I was like, okay. Then I seen his clemency number. Then I seen this right here, which is his registered number, 09627-035. I said, ooh. Then I came down and seen the status. I was like, oh man, he got denied. And then when I seen the pending, I was like, thank God. Thank God. There's a God somewhere. So for the people that's fighting for him, this is a breath of hope that all is not lost. Like I said, I'm going to continue fighting no matter what. I don't care who don't like it. But all is not lost. I mean, at the end of the day, I am ecstatic. I'm happy about this. I'm glad somebody listened to somebody that knew somebody that listened to somebody. And I ain't sit up here and tell y'all that, oh, Dana J did this. Nah, man, I'm not taking no rap. I'm not taking no work for this. No. You'll never know what my hands was doing behind the scenes. You'll never know who I've been talking to. You'll never know who I sent stuff to. You'll never know who I broke stuff down to prove Robert innocence. You'll never know that. If I did any of that. But what I will say is, I'm not here to fight with ghosts. I'm here to help be a part, a lug nut of the machine to help bring Robert home. That's what I'm here for. And for the people that don't like me, that's fine. When I last recalled, the graveyard don't have bunk beds. So last but not least, I'm going to jump into it. Chicago. Chicago. This is what they wrote. And Jason Meisner wrote this. I want y'all to tell me if this is nasty work or not. It says, R. Kelly asks President Donald Trump to commute 30-year sentence for sex abuse of minors. Then it says, as a long shot motion for a new trial remains pending, imprisoned Chicago R&B superstar R. Kelly has formally asked President Donald Trump to commute his 30-year sentence for an array of sexual misconduct convictions. The request for clemency was made public this week by the office of the pardon attorney. Shout out to Miss, I'm not going to say her name. The Department of Justice agency that reviews filings for executive clemency for the White House. Kelly's request, which remains pending, was for a commutation of his sentence, not a full pardon. Online records show. The underlying documents filed with the requests were not made public. Kelly's formal bid for clemency comes more than a year after his newly hired attorney, Bo Brinley, made a public plea to Trump to release the singer from prison immediately, alleging a far-fetched plot by federal authorities to steal his mail and turn witnesses against him. Then have a convicted member of the Aryan Brotherhood murder him in prison to keep it all from being exposed. In a news conference outside the Dirkskin U.S. courthouse in June 2025, Brindley admitted point blank that he was targeting Trump and that they were actively seeking talks with the White House about Kelly's future. R. Kelly does not have the time with his life in danger to go through the normal channels, Brindley said. I will ask President Trump to help us because we need him. Brindley, however, never officially filed for clemency at the time. Nor did he file any court pleading seeking relief in North Carolina, where Kelly is being held. Instead, Brindley has pursued a new trial in U.S. District Court in Chicago, arguing prosecutors tainted the conviction by conspiring to steal the singer's jail correspondence. I'm going to stop right there. That should tell you that Bo Brindley is just a face. Hey, Tanil, that should tell you it's some powerful people in the background that's at work. Who they are, I don't know. Or do I know? Nah, I don't know. Dana J don't know nobody. Dana J don't know nothing. I'm just a blogger that's reading things to you. Oh, if you let them tell it. I don't know R. Kelly. I never did know R. Kelly. What's the word they said R. Kelly said? He said, what did you say? He say, I'm distorted. But here's what I want to say. If you know Rob, you know how he move. It's not for me to tell you how he move. If you know Rob, you know how he talk. That's how I can come public and say, shh, the ghost of Sharron Winbush, he's not talking to you. Because he would have made a certain gesture. He would have said a certain thing. He would have said a certain phrase. But for y'all to say, oh, he called Dana J distorted. And then when you play it, it simply says, you don't need Dana J to distort nobody. Wait a minute. But I thought he called Dana J distorted. And that's the lie the people, the gallery, wanted y'all to run with because they thought that y'all were slow. But the smart people said, okay, this is what they want to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to listen to what he actually said and take it from there. Uh-oh. So now that you listen to what he actually said, I wonder who's distorted now. And if you notice, I never argued about it after that. I just laughed about it. But the Chicago Tribune said prosecutors have called the allegations of fishing expedition that should be roundly rejected. They conclusory allegations are insufficient to warrant a hearing. Assistant U.S. Attorney Caitlin Walgamoff wrote in a court filing last month. That motion is pending before the U.S. District Judge Martha Paco. Brindley, meanwhile, has gotten in some hot water of his own. Last month, the Illinois Attorney Discipline and Registration Commission filed a 31-page complaint against him alleging a pattern of misconduct in districts from Alaska to Chicago, including lying to judges and stealing tens of thousands of dollars from clients through unearned legal fees. Brindley has denied any misconduct. A hearing date on the allegations, which could lead to disbarment, has not been set. Reached by phone Tuesday, Brinley confirmed he was helping R. Kelly with his bid for clemency and that it's ongoing. As for the ARDC charges, Brinley said, "I'm not too worried about it." I hear that. Kelly, 59, was convicted in 2022 in Chicago of child pornography for making explicit videos of himself and his then teenage goddaughter, who testified at trial under the pseudonym Jane. He also was convicted of inappropriate sexual relations with Jane and two other teenage girls, Pauline and Nia. Pause. And for the people that don't understand what's going on, they're saying, "Oh, R. Kelly was accused of." Listen, I have read the transcripts on all three of them 3 times. I will read them again, and you will clearly see that they were lying. You will clearly also see that Nia, Pauline, and Jane, they got absolute immunity. So they can lie all they want. But before we go into them, I'm going to ask you a question. Pre 9/11, how can a 15-year-old fly from Atlanta to Minnesota with no plane ticket, no ID, no chaperone, no money, only a code from R. Kelly, allegedly? Impossible. So you fly from Atlanta to Minnesota, you get a hotel room, no ID, no money, no chaperone, just you and a code. You get a room. R. Kelly comes to your room. Y'all never have no type of intercourse, no type of sex or nothing. You said he just relieved himself by playing with himself. And then he left and ain't never come back. And then you caught a plane back to Atlanta from Minnesota with no ID, no money, no chaperone. And all this was pre 9/11. Ooh, I smell a lie somewhere. But the jury acquitted Kelly and 2 co-defendants on charges that conspired to retrieve incriminating tapes and rig his 2008 trial by pressuring Jane to lie to investigators about their relationship and refuse to testify against them. Pause. This should raise an eyebrow. How was he acquitted? And 2 of his co-defendants was acquitted on charges that they conspired to retrieve incriminating tapes and rig his 2008 election trial. His 2008 trial, I'm sorry, by pressuring Jane to lie to investigators about their relationship and refuse to testify against them. So therefore, they proved that it was proven that Jane never was pressured. Jane was never pressured into not to testify, and that Robert was not trying to get back incriminating tapes. So if Daryl McDavid and June Brown was acquitted on that, you can't hold them on nothing else. But they did, because they needed something to stick in Chicago. And even with the videotapes, they said the government said we can't play the videotapes because we can't determine the chain of custody. Judge Levenweber said, well, they here in the flesh. They can testify. Hold up. They was coerced, enticed to testify. You give women that never really been nowhere $20 million to say it was you. Guess what? You gonna get on that stand and say, "Up, that was me on that tape," when it really wasn't her. Then it says Kelly was also found not guilty of filming himself with Jane on a video that jurors never saw. Kelly was also found not guilty of filming himself with Jane on a video that jurors never saw. Told y'all. But if you let the other side tell it, it was 101 devices. They seen all the videos. No. I'm gonna tell you what they did. They took an audio and told people to close their eyes and gave them a scenario and played the audio. When you have people visualizing things and you playing the audio but not seeing the video, it's going to be 10 times worse because everything is heightened. And the problem is, I can break it down like this. And there's a couple people on the other side that can do it too. But they refuse to be on the good side. They want to go and stay with the bad side. Can I get it? I get it. 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 I ain't out here to bust nobody out, but they know who I'm talking to. They know who I'm talking about. So it says Kelly was also found not guilty of filming himself with Jane on a video that jurors never saw. Prosecutors said video 4 was not played because Kelly's team successfully buried it, but defense attorneys questioned whether it existed at all. Pause. How can Kelly team bury a videotape, but y'all saying it wasn't played? Make it make sense now. And then for all of y'all that don't remember, you know, Judge Leavenweather changed the wording. The same thing Ann Donnelly did, because the jurors came back and said, the wording is, if we can't find Robert Sylvester Kelly guilty on tapes 1, 2, or 3, we got to let him go. Judge Leavenworth said, let's change that or to and. And a lot of people on the other side said, oh, that don't make no difference. No, it makes a big difference. No, I'm sorry. But I'm sorry. It was, if you can't find Mr. Kelly on tapes 1, 2, and 3, and we must acquit him. Judge Leavenworth said change and to or. That's how they convicted him. So Brinley represented Kelly's former manager, Daryl McDavid, in that case, but has since been hired by Kelly, which is a conflict of interest. And the ghost of Sharron Winbush helped Bo Brinley get to Robert by lying on Jennifer Bonjean. Meanwhile, Kelly was also convicted in federal court in New York in 2021 of racketeering, conspiracy charges, alleging his musical career doubled as a criminal enterprise aimed at satisfying his predatory sexual desires. He's serving his time in a medium security federal prison facility in Butner, North Carolina, and is not eligible for release until January 2046, records show. On its surface, Kelly would seem to have little shot at clemency from the White House, particularly given the intense scrutiny on the president's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, the financier who unalived himself in jail while awaiting trial on federal charges of sex trafficking minors. But Trump has been unpredictable when it comes to dueling out pardons and commutations, often bypassing the formal process altogether. Pause. This is why me and Jason gets into it a lot on Twitter, because he try to say things that's real crazy. Like when he talked about the president's relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, Trump ain't had no relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. And he made that clear. Jeffrey Epstein, whole thing was he was trying to get Trump or get some dirt on Trump, and he couldn't. And Trump would call the police on him. So if anything, Trump's a snitch, which he should have been. So it says Kelly also joins a growing list of well-known Chicago federal defendants who have sought White House relief in Trump's second term. Last year, he commuted the federal life sentence of Gangster Disciple founder Larry Hoover. Pause. This is why I say people need to do the research. Larry Hoover is not acknowledging Gangster Disciples no more. Larry Hoover has changed his whole thing to growth and development. Larry Hoover is not, I'm going to say it again, aligning himself nor participating in anything called Gangster Disciples. He is solely and fully sold out for growth and development. Then it says former ComEd CEO Annie Pomegoroy paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to lobby the White House for her release, including former Illinois Governor Rod Blagojevich. Records show Pomegoroy was freed from prison earlier this year when an appeals court ordered a new trial, but her former request for clemency with the Office of the Pardon Attorney remains pending, records show. Former House Speaker Michael Madigan, who is serving a 7.5-year sentence for corruption, also has explored a bid for White House clemency and has a petition for commutation on file with the pardon attorney. Kelly's motion for a new trial filed last year alleged that federal prosecutors, prison guards at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, and Kelly's own former cellmate, a convicted sex trafficker from India, conspired to steal communications with his attorneys and use those communications to turn Kelly's one-time girlfriend, Azriel Clary, against him out of jealousy. Kelly's attorneys claimed in the filing that he got a phone call from a Bureau of Prisons official advising him to avoid the mess hall due to potentially poisoned meals and commissary goods, and implying that he was in danger in prison. One federal inmate, a high-ranking member of the Aryan Brotherhood gang, allegedly approached Kelly and told him that federal prisons officials had directed him to unalive Kelly in exchange for authorities looking the other way and letting him escape prison. The motion stated Kelly also had sued the Bureau of Prisons, alleging a former employee leaked his jail calls and other information to a video blogger. But that suit was dismissed for want of prosecution after Brinley failed to meet a number of court-imposed deadlines for discovery. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to leave this here. The day he come home, you're going to see a lot of people that was against him. They're going to be totally for him. you're going to see a lot of people, channels, close down and close up. This channel ain't going nowhere. This channel will continue doing what I do. I will continue covering trials. I will continue bringing you the truth of what's going on. And I will be continuing everything that I've been doing from acting to music and all that. Don't forget the album release very soon. I'm about to drop that. I just got to get a final few touches on this album, then I'm going to drop it to the world. Let y'all figure it out. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you don't. But I'm bringing R&B back. That's how I look at it. And there's only a few of us that can really say that. But I will propose a question. When Rob come home in a versus battle, who can beat R. Kelly in a versus battle? Who would you suggest that can go toe for toe, blow for blow, round for round with Robert Sylvester Kelly in a versus battle? Who would you think can be the one to do it? With that being said, I ain't going to tell you who I think can do it. But there's only one man that can beat R. Kelly in a versus battle. Well, my brother has spoken. There's only one person that can beat R. Kelly in a versus battle, and that's Kales. I know somebody like, ain't that the same person? Figure it out. Two different personas. Two different personas. Stephanie said, line them up and sit them all down. Some people said Usher can do it. I'm going to be honest with you. Usher can't even beat T-Pain. Michael Jackson, no. Michael Jackson can't do it. Rob wrote for him. That takes him out the equation. Somebody said Keith Sweat. That's my guy, but somebody said Dave Hollister. Dave Hollister don't have enough hits. Trying to think. Somebody said Johnny Gill. Johnny Gill don't have enough hits. Somebody said Babyface. Sooner or later, Babyface will run out of hits. The only person that can beat R. Kelly in a versus is Kales. But I would love to see people try. I would love to see a versus like that. Teddy Riley? Are you serious? Shannon. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I know you fucking lying.
I had to hit that button for that one. She said, Teddy. I'm talking about Teddy. Teddy with the 1-2 checker. Oh boy, she said Teddy. Teddy with the 1-2 checker. Everybody running around the mic in the second. Teddy Riley, my boy though. I can't wait to hear this new Guy album. Man. I don't know, man. I guess I gotta see, man. I gotta see, man. Cause there's nobody that can check that man. Nobody. I don't know. I gotta see what this Dana J album hitting on, and then we can see if we can go one-on-one with Kels. I know I can't. All of the artists they name has said Robert's the king. Of course. There's nobody that can take Robert's place, man. But look, let me get out of here. You don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. Be someone important, man. Please. Be yourself. You don't gotta worry about none of the craziness, none of that. Just be someone important. And be yourself. And for all the haters out there that hate me and that hate Robert,
this is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
It's so sad. I wake up in the morning with something real strange on my mind. It's so sad. I wake up in the morning with something real strange on my mind. It's just kind of natural. I got a tendency to bury these niggas.
check this out, man. I got a little hot media team, right? And I love the work that they do. So that video that you seen by a young lady by the name of Denasia, love her work. And she do it effortlessly. She's on point. If you got a channel and you need some media work done, hit me up and I hit Denasia up. Or you can hit her mama up. Her mom is Alicia. And you can hit Alicia up, and Alicia can tell her. But it's going to come with a little fee, though. Listen, I don't mind looking out for young ladies or young brothers that's trying to do positive things. Let's go ahead and encourage the younger generation to keep going past the heights that we could do. With that being said, I'm up out of here. I see you tomorrow. Peace.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
This is not the type of tea I want.
It's over for you.
Wow. Somehow or another, my streams got crossed. Well, we about to get out of here with this. We about to get out of here with this outro. But I want y'all to hear something real quick. Hold on. I want y'all to hear something real quick. Real quick. I want y'all to hear this. Tell me how you like this. Tell me if you like this. Check it out.
I said your man's stroke ain't right. I said your man's stroke ain't right. I said your man is incomplete. Why don't you leave that bum ass guy and come on over here with me? Yeah. I can show you what a real one do. No half steps, no rush, all through. He leave you waiting like it's fine. I can keep up every
every time. Baby, if you're fed up, slide my way. Don't let a sorry man waste your day. I said your man's stroke ain't right, but mine gon' leave you right tonight. He talk big, but he don't move like that. Still got his shirt on, still looking back. You know the type of mouth, no follow through. Making promises he don't ever do. You need hands that know where to stay. Somebody that can make the whole room fade. No more guessing what he meant to say. Come with me, I won't make you wait. I can show you what a real one do. No half steps, no rush. All through, he leave you waiting like it's fine. I can keep up every time. Baby, if you fed up, slide my way. Don't let a sorry man waste your day. I said your man's stroke ain't right, but mine gon' leave you right tonight. Tell him keep that weak talk off your phone. You don't need a boy who move like a drone. Come get dressed, we can dip right now. If he don't know, then he'll know somehow. I can show you. No half steps, no rush. All through, he leave you waiting like it's fine. I can keep up every time. Baby, if you fed up, slide my way. Don't let a sorry man waste your day. I said your man's stroke ain't right, but mine gon' leave you right tonight.
I'm just saying, man, like, yo, the album fire. But good night, y'all. I'm up out of here. Let's get this outro going. Peace.
Remember me from Lake Clifton, Eastern High School, also down at the Harbor Place, working at the fudgery. I was always singing at the Jeter shows. That time was so special to me. There's so much more to Dana J than what the eye can see. I want you to know I love you. I want you to know I need you. Where would I be without you? Nowhere, 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 nowhere. Feel it in my music, along with the stories I bring. I'm never gonna lose it in no way, no way, no way, no way, no way. Feel it in my music, along with the stories I bring you. I'm never gonna lose it. No way, no way, no way, no way. Another Dana J classic.